It's the new era. We got Cooper Flagg coming in, man. Salute the flag. I'm really excited about it, obviously, and people are gonna keep on talking about it was rigged and all this other good stuff. I don't know, man. I mean, it is very ironic that they got it. I will be the first to admit it, but I mean, you play to win the game, and they did, man. They made a horrible trade and getting rid of Luka, but they ended up working out in the favor and getting Cooper Flagg. I think that Dallas is going to be a really interesting team next year, man. If once Kyrie comes back and if he's able to play after the injury, I think it's a good thing for Cooper Flagg because Cooper Flagg is actually going to get a chance to be the dude and learn. He's actually going to get the ball a lot more in his hands and be involved in a lot more of the playmaking. Opposed to whenever Kyrie came back on the floor. I think Cooper Flagg, he's got a great defensive prowess. He can score. Every single comp has been the fact that like he is a hell of a competitor. You're not going to have to worry about him or anything. He just wants to play basketball. He's only, I believe, 19 years old, 18 years old, which is insane that these kids are getting drafted at this point. He's just going to – I think he's already going to be able to take over the face of the franchise. If you can see the hashtag I got going on there, Dallas has already released his jersey tonight. He's going to be wearing number 32 unless anything changes, but he's going to be wearing number 32. The fans are really excited about it, and it's an interesting aspect that if you're going to lose Luka Doncic, that you're going to end up getting this guy because they are the same in the aspect of that they're generational talent, but they're totally different because his defense is so much better than Luka's defense ever was. But Luka obviously has, the Luka magic. He can do a lot of stuff. But I think Cooper Flagg can also handle the ball pretty well as well. So I think he's going to fit in with Dallas, and Dallas is going to have one hell of a big team. Cooper Flagg, I believe, is 6'9", 6'10". You're going to have Gafford out there. You're going to have Lively. You're going to have AD. Like that is going to be a big team, man. So it's going to be really interesting to see how they're going to do it. They're waiting on Dallas is rumored to be looking at veteran guards such as Chris Paul, Dennis Schroeder, and somebody else. But, man, can you imagine Lob City with there?
Yeah. I'm curious, Steve, what do you think as far as – because, again, obviously, trading away Luka Doncic, generational talent, you were kind of alluding to, maybe some positives that he might have over Luka. Obviously, we talked about his defensive capabilities are going to be above that. Playmaking might not be on the same level, but still, if he's, pretty comparable to it, that's still great to have. But then also, I'm curious, his on-ball skill, but mostly his off-ball ability. Do you think that Flagg has an off-ball ability, to be able to make a difference without the ball in his hands, then that might surpass Luka, or do you think they're about the same?
Yeah, and so that's kind of what I was alluding to a little bit ago, is that they're different in the aspect that Luka is just an offensive force that that very few guys can do. But where Luka lacks is it seems like the maturity and the defensive abilities. Now Cooper Flagg, on the other hand, you could just see even though that Luka's older than him. Cooper Flagg just comes in the room already looking a little bit more mature. He looks like he's ready to be in this spotlight. He just looks like two different guys. So I think that if you look at any of the highlights, his off-ball skills, he doesn't give up. There were Jay Billis during the pregame was highlighting a play, that big play where he stole the ball and dunked on the guy from Pitt that everybody saw over and over, He was also what a lot of people don't remember in that play was that he also had 3 fouls at that point, and he still was playing defense. He wasn't backing down for the play. So, and I think that's going to go a long way with what Dallas wants to do. And he's also going to a team that, with him coming there, they're equipped to win. And when they're just waiting on Kyrie to come back, they're equipped to win right now. And this is one of the best situations for a young player coming in to go to. They have a great fan base, and I mean, it's tough to say about the ownership at this point because they made that crazy trade, but maybe they were onto something that we didn't know. Clearly, there was something going on. There was something clearly going on with Luka in the background. I have no idea what it was. Rigged. I mean, come on, man. I mean, we had a 1.8 chance to win this thing. I mean, you tell me.
Hey, I'm happy for you. I'm happy for you, bro. I'm happy for you.
Yeah, I mean, it is what it is. If it's rigged, then whatever, you gotta do
you don't
something.
Control it. Steve doesn't control it, so at the end of the day, you got to go with it.
Yeah,
they had a 1.8 chance to do it.
I was gonna say, I think G-Mike, if you and I, obviously our team, Magic, were in that situation a couple of years ago. If we all had that happen to us, we'd feel the same way. We'd be like, you know what?
100%. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm happy for. But you got to call a spade a spade.
Yeah,
you got to call a spade.
You can call a spade or you can call them a Mav. That's what you can call them, Mav.
I do like the fit though for Cooper. I honestly feel like at where they're at right now in their careers, Well, I mean, obviously Cooper's going to be a rookie, but I could see him being maybe a better fit for this Mavs team just based on what they have than maybe
Yeah.
Luka because he's not so ball dominant. Not knocking Luka.
No, I
One of the top
100%
five
agree with
player in
what
the
you're saying,
league.
though.
But as far as what this team needs, they need somebody that's going to be more committal to defense because you already have Kyrie, who's not the most defensively skilled player. And then on top of that, you need somebody that's not going to need the ball in his hands all the time
Right.
to be able to be successful on offense. And there might be some more ball movement, I think, with Dallas now. Again, Kyrie can be a good playmaker. Flagg can be a good playmaker. So you kind of, split up the playmaking duties between those two. I think you might have more team success maybe long term than with Doncic as far as the team's currently constructed.
Right, and Cooper Flagg is that new, positionless basketball guy. He's a point forward, and like he can run with the ball in his hands. He can do damn near anything a point guard can do at his size of 6'9", 6'10". And the good thing is too is he's only going to get bigger. Just like kind of like take like a Giannis or even Victor Wembanyama's already starting to put on more weight. Once these guys get actually in the gym with these strength conditioning coach, he's going to put on more weight and be a little bit more muscular. He's already bigger than Chet Holmgren, but they're around the same size. But no, I'm excited about it. I think it's going to be a very interesting time for Dallas. It's really this Nico needs this to work, or else he's gone. If this does not work, then this will go down as one of the worst situations in NBA history. But now the fact that they got Cooper Flagg, it's a new era, it's a new time in Dallas, and I think he's a guy that you can build around. And the other thing is too is just like in the Luka situation, they got him so young. He's like I said before, he's 18, 19 years old. So I mean, even by the time he's done with his first contract, he's still going to be in his early 20s. Now pretty much being able to graduate high school for graduating college for the most part or something. So, all right, Mr. G Mike. So your pick is just got in. We're waiting on them to announce. Is there anybody besides Walter Clayton getting robbed from you? Is there anybody that you're excited about seeing or hoping that they're able to grab?
The Nets just picked them up. Actually, I thought we were gonna either get Walter Clayton Jr. or no, I don't know how to pronounce his last name, but
Traore.
Yeah, the French kid. Mm-hmm. I thought we were gonna grab him as well, but we just got sniped for 2 picks in front of us. Like I've never really seen that two snipes in a row. I've never really seen that, so that's pretty incredible. But yeah, we're still on the clock right now. Just to touch up on Cooper Flagg until this pick comes in. Definitely he's going to be great for you guys. It's going to be dope to see 4 towers on offense and defense for the Dallas Mavericks. I think that's going to be crazy to see. In my opinion, I think they should try to trade away Derek Lively to bring in a good 2-guard who can score, who can put up 15 points per game, maybe play some more defense too, try to help out PJ Washington with the guards and the small forwards. When it comes to them scoring and try to hold them back, I think that would help out a little bit more. But if they want to keep staying on the tall side of everything, those 4 running together, I think is going to be pretty dope with Klay Thompson. And when Kyrie comes back as well, I do think the Dallas Mavericks are going to try and sign a point guard as well. I think it will probably be Chris Paul. If not,
I would like Chris Paul.
Yeah, or Malcolm Brogdon. I mean that would be great. I've seen rumors of Malcolm Brogdon. I've seen D'Lo. I've seen Dennis Schroeder. Either one of those would be great for you guys. A good backup for Kyrie until he comes back. And even when he does come back, any 4 of those guys can play well with other guards. We've seen it happen. And when you're talking about these specific guards, so I think it would be dope for you guys. I still got the Mavericks in the mix when it comes to the Western Conference. I think they can still make runs at it. They just last season, Luka didn't play for 25 games. Then eventually he got traded. AD comes in the mix. He only played the first game. Then he didn't play for another 3 weeks. He came back, but it was already at the end of the Mavs season. So they were, already in the play-in mode. They had to go and do some play-in action. Unfortunately, they lost. But, I still think that the Mavs can do something in a West that, it's very competitive. Obviously, OKC, they just won the championship. Minnesota Timberwolves are still there. Denver Nuggets are still there. The Lakers may be there depending on how Luka and Braun come in this year and what trades they make or what signings they make. So, it's going to be tight for sure. But I still got the Mavericks in the mix, honestly.
Oh, I agree. It's still tough to see that Luka went away. But getting Cooper Flagg is it changes everything. And like I think that's the dynamic that Nico and those guys had in mind.